All right, everyone, here we go with the weekly reading for the week of November 16th through the 22nd. Wow. Big, moving through the month here. Randomly at the bottom, let's cut the deck, but randomly at the bottom is the Four of Swords. It has a healing energy coming off of it. I'm not sure. We'll see. What comes after? Let's cut the deck. Let's get a theme here. What actions they're likely to take? Temperance and the Six of Swords. Well, I need one more to see if it's communication. It is. It's Tower. I think you're dumping the truth on somebody here. I think somebody's dumping their truth on you to try to make things smoothed out. And I think they're surprised by your reaction, because your reaction is to dump your truth back on them. It's like a giant truth feedback loop. Only your truth is stronger. It's like Green Lantern meeting another guy with another ring, right? Now, the ring I would want, if we're going by light here, right? Green is nice. I would want to be Blue Lantern. Blue it takes way more power to generate blue than it does that green light. LEDs are a good example of that. For decades, we just had the red and the green. LEDs would not be in your TV, in your fucking computer screen, in any of it, had they not discovered in the early, Nakamura, I believe his name was, in the early 1990s, how to finally make a blue one, which enabled the red, green, blue, which enabled the white light, which enabled everything that came after it. So, at any rate, I'd want to be Blue Lantern. Just what I'm saying. So my point is, your battle here is Green Lantern versus Blue Lantern, and you're Blue Lantern. And I think they're really surprised because they go around with their green ring and they think they're the shit. But you come along with your blue ring and kick their ass. All right? So, your blue ring of truth. All right? Hey, look at that. Look at me sliding a science lesson in with superheroes in a theme energy after the cut. How about that? Well, now you know, if anybody ever hands you a magic ring and there's a selection of colors, pick the blue one. Why was the blue LED so hard? Because it takes a lot of power to generate blue light. It takes a shitload. More than you can do in a little LED. They kept blowing up. They kept doing whatever. And then the light came out violet for once in a little while, but that wasn't good enough, etc., etc. Anyway, Nakamura. I think that was his name. He came up with the technique, something with sapphire. I mean, I'm not going to get into the... Anyway, my point is, your truth is stronger than theirs. Right? There you go. And now you know LED's history. The blue LED was elusive for a long time. Three or four decades? 3 decades? It was elusive. They were trying to figure out how to do it. They couldn't do it. Had they not figured it out, LEDs would be nothing more than the green light or red light that tell you that something's on. You wouldn't have the LED lights in your house, which are way more efficient than the old tungsten, running power through a piece of tungsten until it heats up and glows, which is a standard light bulb. Anyway, all right. Overall energy here. See, you come here, Saturday morning, you learn something. There you go. The blue LED was very elusive. Look it up. It's a hell of a story. There's probably a couple of YouTube videos somewhere on it. There's always guys doing history of shit out there. Well, it's a hell of a story. King of Cups. And the Ten of Pentacles. Somebody knows they have to tell you how they feel if they want you in their life. I don't know if they do. They might. The Eight of Pentacles tells me they're trying to avoid telling you how they feel. But at the end of the day, I think your truth hits them back and goes, sorry, you're going to have to tell me how you feel. I've got the blue ring. Okay? I'm more powerful. So fuck off. Okay? I mean, it's a bit of that, I guess. All right, it's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here, or you found Steve Love Terror, you're here for a reason. This reading is timeless. Whenever you find it, you're meant to find it. All right. Right here, the only reason that came up this morning with the LEDs, my niece asked me if we had it, because she got a new TV. It was a big LED thing. She asked if we had one when I was a kid. And I said, do we have an LED TV when I was a kid? No, we didn't. We had some old cancer-giving tubes that shot out energy. I mean, it was terrible fucking TV. It was awful. It was barely color. All right? And we didn't have an LED. LED wasn't even a thing. LED TVs couldn't have even been a thing before the 90s. All right, anyway, here we go. And our story starts with these kids, man. They drive me crazy. Why didn't you have the internet when you were a kid? Oh, fuck off. Right here, the energy of the Aries, position 1. Our story ends with Pisces, position 12. All right? About 9 out of the 12 should resonate. I'm not your astrologer. This ain't your horoscope. It's the same as the Friday reading, but we clarify. What actions are they likely to take? We know the overall energy. We're going to clarify with the witches. Justice is at the bottom. Got a lot of communication possibilities here. Let's see. Right here. Aries, position 1. 2 of Pentacles. Somebody's having a hard time here. Somebody's having a hard time making up their mind. Somebody feels like if they, on the one hand, if I go and I talk to Steve's viewer, well, then I get a definitive answer. On the other hand, if I don't, at least I get to hold on to Steve's viewer. It's a bit of that energy I talked to you about fantasies and dreams, right? When a dream comes true, you got to have another one. You need to escape because things don't always go perfectly, right? And if you don't have anywhere to escape, you're screwed. You know, that's why it's tough to make it to the top of something because you don't have anything else to dream about. That's why a lot of people slipped into the bottle when they get to the top, right? You wonder, oh, they're so successful. Why are they drinking themselves to death? Because there's nothing else to shoot for. That's why. So somebody here is sort of in that type of energy with you, you know. If you shoot them down, then what? You know, oh, my God. Right? So they're thinking about talking to you, but they got some kind of weird guerrilla logic going. But I can understand it. It's hard. It's hard to make a decision. 10 of Wands. It's hard. To look at the back-breaking decision they're making. It's hard. All right. What's on top? Page of Swords. It's everything. I read the energy first. I already told you. Well, but if they say no, then I'm going to be disappointed. Maybe it's safer if I just decide to stay put and not go talk to Steve's viewer. 4 of Cups. Look at that. All they're thinking about is you're going to shoot them down and say no. It's like Green Lantern knows if he fucks with Blue Lantern, he's toast. He doesn't have a chance in hell with his rinky-dink green LED ring. Right? You got the blue one. It's got the power of sapphire. I mean, I don't know. It's just, it is what it is here. It's what I said. So our story begins with somebody. It's hard for them, you know. They know they need to, it's what I said here. They know they need to tell you how they feel if they want to get in your life, but they're trying to avoid it, and they don't see any way to avoid it. Okay. Taurus, position 2. And again, you don't have to be a Taurus or anything like that. Okay? It's just, we're just splitting the cycle into 12 pieces and flowing through the energy. Take what resonates, discard what doesn't. I don't care what your sign is. Doesn't matter. No charts here or anything. Just a cycle. The Ace of Cups. It's an oh well energy. It's sort of like somebody saying, oh well, there was a lot of love here, but I guess it'll just rot in this cup. Huh? Okay. And they're full of shit. 7 of Swords. See? It's a pity party. This person has a lot of pity parties. What is with this person in this position 2? What is with them in the pity parties? They have a lot of fucking pity parties. Now, Green Lantern he's just sad. He's drinking himself in a corner bar, talking to Superman. You know, I tried to bang Wonder Woman. She said no. And now this Blue Lantern guy's in town. I'm just shit. You know, I mean, that's the energy that's here. I just acted it out for you. Right? In the Marvel universe. Okay. What's on top here? The High Priestess. Yeah. Why is that here? It's over. Look at the pity party. Look at the pity party. There it is. 10 swords. Oh, yeah, I guess. What did I say before I even threw these? I read the energy first, then I throw the cards. I said, there's a lot of love here. It's too bad. It's just going to rot in this cup. It's going to stay inside. They're going to carpet sweep it, and it's going to rot in the cup because somebody having a pity party. Oh, poor little Green Lantern. Right. Wonder Woman said no, and now there's a Blue Lantern in town. Oh, I guess it's over. Quitter. All right. I mean, I'm serious. Honestly. Jim, that's what's going on here. That's what your person's doing. What actions are they going to take? Nothing. Go find a corner bar where they're drowning their sorrows. All right? Honestly, I think you're Wonder Woman in that particular equation. I don't know. What's going on here? Gemini, position 3. King of Swords. Well, now, this person I like. Now we're getting somewhere. Somebody's determined to come talk to you. They're determined to come talk to you. Okay? So, will they? No. Of course. Steve's love tarot. Of course they're not going to come talk to you. Come on. Good Lord. Look at me. I filled you with hope for 1 second. Come on. No, you come here to learn science, little science tidbits, and that's it. You don't come here to get good news, you know. But at least now you know, you could tell your kids why you didn't have an LED TV when you were little, back in the early 80s, late 70s, 60s, whenever it was for you. Fucking hell. What kind of TV did you guys have? How big was it? How big was it? It's a little 19-inch square, and we were happy to have it. 19 inches. All right. Come bragging at me about some 55-inch TV. Fuck off, right? I don't even have a 55-inch TV now. Chariot. Somebody's coming to talk to you. It feels like somebody is manning or womaning up and coming to talk to you. Oh, shit. Oh, no. No. King of Pentacles. Why is that here? And the Knight of Pentacles. I think somebody attached to this person is coming to talk to you. Whoever it is. Usually they show up as a King of Wands, but this time I think they're bringing you a deal. Somebody attached to this person might reach out. The one that oppresses them, that we talk about all the time. Look, if this resonates with you, the Gemini position, the energy I get for it, for position 3, then pay attention. If it works for you. I don't know. It doesn't work for everybody. It's just the energy I get. I don't control it. I'm not the warlock on the hill. But I think they come in. Normally, they're a King of Wands. A bit of an asshole, domineering, narcissist, controlling. And they control this person. But they're coming on as a benevolent king this time. They're coming with a deal. Look, he's got the pentacle. He's sending. This king orders this knight. You heard me saying, oh, no, before I even threw these cards. So you know I read that energy, right? The 9 of Wands, yeah. It's a trick. It's a trick to keep you away. You could still see the sun, but you can't get to it, right? I don't know. Pay attention to what this person says if they come towards you, okay? They're going to give you a deal that sounds like it works for you, that it's really good for you. It isn't. Not great, okay? All right. Friendly warning from your friendly neighborhood Steve. All right? All right. Let's see where we go here. Cancer, the hot spot of the connection cycle, slice number 4 of our 12-slice pie, bookends over here. With Mr. or Mrs., well, if I go talk to Steve's viewer, they might say no, and then the fantasy is over. Christ almighty. 3 of Pentacles. Well, that's good news because that's a 2 of Pentacles, and it is an escalation. I think they might do it anyway. I think whoa, flying out of the deck. Yep, I think they might do it anyway. 6 of Swords flew out, landed on the floor, and the Strength card. In a moment of rage, in a moment of strength, in a moment of open heart chakra, I think somebody realizes that it's better to try than not try. Maybe they ran into Yoda. I don't know. Is no try is only do. I mean, the Queen of Wands, yeah. The problem is, it's not a problem. It's a problem for them. The good news for you is you're very attractive right now. Your energy is coming up. You're very, 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 very attractive. Your energy is attractive. It's hard to resist. And that's what it is. That works to your advantage. Is there a guarantee? Not really. I've got a base card that's minor arcana. It's up to their free will. But I'm more encouraged here than I was back here at the 2 of Pentacles. So it's a start, right? Okay, Leo, position 5, the Leo soap opera. 10 cups, somebody here. What is with this person? They're living the dream. I don't know what this means. It's an energy of living the dream. It's a 10 of cups that doesn't feel real, but it's real. Okay. Just let me clarify it. Universe is fucking with me today. Okay. It's fine. Don't fuck with Blue Lantern, universe. Okay? I mean, you know, what the hell? All right, here we go. It's the Emperor. Somebody here has themselves convinced that they're living the dream. And the thing is, they are. They're probably a fairly successful person. Why they stay in the toxin, I don't know. They're a very successful, this person, whoever this is a very successful person. And success is measured in different ways. It doesn't have to be financial. For some of them it is. But it's a very successful person, a very, even maybe a respected person. But they don't appreciate it. I don't know. They just don't appreciate it on some level. Or they have a low self-worth. On deep down, there's a low self-worth. I don't know. What's on top? The King of Wands. What did I say? Oh, you think the King of Wands the Burger King doesn't have a low self-worth? Right? Somebody puts out an image here, and this is who they really are. People who are narcissists, there's self-loathing in there all the time. Why else do you think that they think they're people who have puffed themselves up and it's gone wrong? It's gone way wrong. They believe their own bullshit, whatever. It's all to mask something, right? Why is that here? The Page of Cups. Well, this is where one of the 7 deadly sins comes in. It's the 9 of Swords. It's the bridging energy. I'll just paraphrase. This person right now wants new love, but they're too proud to admit it. And they're going to suffer for it. They're going to pace the kitchen at 2 in the morning with a bottle of whiskey, crying out your name and cursing me, maybe. I don't know. But that's what it is. They want new love, but they're too proud to admit it. So they're just going to say, hey, everything's fine. Okay, I got all this stuff. Okay. I mean, they definitely want you in their life. I think I said that yesterday. I didn't write it down, but I think I did. They definitely want you in their life, but they're too proud to make anything happen. Got to get past pride. Pride holds you back. Virgo, position 6. Sometimes the wild card. Sometimes you guys show up here. I wrote down what you had yesterday. You're the one people finally noticed. You have a nose and 10 fingers. And there's the Tower. People suddenly start treating you differently. I think it kind of blows your mind a little bit. Okay? I think it does. I think it blows your mind. I'm just going to paraphrase it. I don't have to put hocus pocus on it. I think people are treating you differently. I think you're very attractive. Okay? And for you, for all of you, it's not just about this person and your attractiveness drawing them in. It's about other people. You're becoming attractive. Pay attention to a 3 card I pulled the other day. Earlier in the week. When the hell did I pull that? Was it Wednesday? I don't know. I think it was before the Mercury retrograde reading. Pay attention to the 3 card I pulled. All right? I think it applies here to a good number of you. On some level. Okay? Some level. You always want to catch my drift. Any reader's drift. But mine, talking about me since we're here. Catch my drift. It could just be one thing I say in a reading. Doesn't have to be the whole reading. But one thing someone says to you can change your whole life, can change your whole direction, can make you look at something that you didn't look at before, and that changes everything. So keep that in mind. It only takes one little word. Every journey begins with a little step, right? Even if it's 1,000 miles. Queen of Swords. You're inclined to not believe this. There's a... Why am I saying that? Yeah, you're not sure. I'm drawn to the clouds on her sword. It's my Queen of Swords. It's like you can believe this energy. It's true, but you're the one who's putting up the barrier here to it. Just go with it. If people start treating you differently and it's positive, which it feels like to me, just go with it, right? I mean, I don't know. What's on top here? The 7 of Wands, you're defensive to it. This reminds me of my friend Bill. I told you about this once before. I'll tell you again. He got a call from his bank that somebody went in there to try to deposit money in his account. And they rejected that person. for whatever reason. I forget what the reason was, but I remember Bill's response. It was, if somebody wants to put money in my account, let them. I don't care if they're dressed in a gorilla suit, and carrying an axe. If they want to put money in my account, they have my permission to do that. It's a bit of this. Believe this information. Don't get in your own way. The universe is trying to put money in your energetic account. And you're like some crazy bank teller going, well, I don't like the way they're dressed. I'm not going to do that. Are you kidding me? All right. You're getting in your own way here. Why is that here? The Ten of Pentacles. There's something about you wanting to keep things the same at the moment, and things you feel like you might have a feeling I would say this week, but again, I'm not a time lord. It might play out next week or the week after. You might feel like too much is changing too quickly, and that's why you're reacting defensively to this. Again, my advice to you is let this energy flow. Okay? If the universe wants to put money in your energetic bank account, let it. Even if you're not ready for all that money. Metaphorically speaking. We're not talking about money here. All right? The Eight of Cups. There's a lot changing. There's a lot of stuff. I wanted to keep those. You threw them out. This reminds me of every yard sale I've ever had. Right? I get orders to throw out anything that's junk. That's all I'm told. I do that. And like 40 items come back at me. I can't believe you threw this out. I was given the job to throw out stuff that I thought was junk. I'm doing exactly what I was told. And it comes back. You don't think, you're not ready for all this stuff to change. You're, metaphorically speaking, you're going out to the dumpster and grabbing stuff and bringing it back. All right? Look, you're going to a better place here. But in order to get there, you got to be a little bit lighter. This is all happening for a reason. Please let it happen. Don't get in its way, however it plays out for you. Okay? Do what you want to do. Make your own decisions. But I honestly, straight up on that. All right? Okay. Libra, position 7. At the very least, the energy starts to set in this week. Okay? But for some of you, it's full on this week. Six of Swords. You make something look were you the one who got that energy yesterday? You make something look easy and it bothers people. It bothers them. It bothers somebody. Okay? You make something, were you the one I told yesterday, if you're really good at something and you walk into a room and other people are doing that something, if they're at all ego-based, they're going to feel threatened by that. Yeah. It's totally what's going on here. You offend somebody's sensibilities. You offend somebody's ego. You make them feel inferior because you're good at something specific. Doesn't matter what your sign is. Say your horoscope, and I'm not your fucking astrologer. If that resonates with you, you're really good at something. Even if you haven't put it in front of people. Maybe it's clog dancing. You're about to do your first county fair. I don't know. You're going to get shit from the other clog dancers. Right? They're not going to want to play with you. It's all right. That's your sign that you're really good, just so you know. And that maybe you've got the right attitude, right? You shouldn't get an ego. You don't get better when you get an ego about something that you're good at. You won't get any better. You'll stop right there. You'll stop growing, That's it. Five of Wands, crossing the Six of Swords here. Somebody is offended. Somebody's bothered by something you're good at. You really get in their head. How dare Steve Viewer be such a good fucking clog dancer? I've been clog dancing forever. And Steve Viewer shows up and outclogs me. The Four of Wands. Why is that here? The Knight of Wands. And what's the bridge? The Knight of Cups. This person really likes you. They feel intimidated by you. You see this all the time with supposed power couples. Two something along those lines. Two people, you both obviously do the same thing, and somebody feels threatened that you're better than them. This can also play out as an energy of you're in a relationship with somebody and one person makes more money than the other, and the person who's got the ego about that has a problem with it, and they pick fights and it breaks up. I don't know. All of that and more. Take it as it resonates. Of this person There's a lot of love here. And I'm not telling you to start being bad at what it is you're good at. This is their problem, not yours. That's my response. I need you to remember that. Okay? Otherwise, you're likely to make adjustments. And I don't want you to do that. I don't think you have to. You don't have to apologize to somebody for being good or for making more money than they do. You don't have to apologize for that. All right? So don't. Make your own decisions. Do what you want to do. It's their problem, not yours, is the moral here. Okay. My hot Scorpios. Position 8. Temperance. You get temperance a lot, don't you? I feel like I see the great blue heron here all the time. All right, let's shuffle the deck. For some reason, I wanted to look at that Five of Wands again. All right, let's go. You're somebody's angel this week. It might be just the energy setting in. I'm not a Time Lord. Might play out next week or the week after. But I really feel like you're somebody's angel. I really feel like Archangel Michael is you. You help somebody out. I don't know how. Were you the one I told yesterday you might pull a tarot reading? I think you had like a spiritually card, right? Of some kind? I don't know. Anyway. I'll just read it cold. You help somebody out this week. You're somebody's angel. Now again, it might just set up this week. I don't know. The Seven of Cups. You help somebody make a decision that they can't make. You tell somebody, it would be a tarot reading in some respect, right? Gee, I'm not sure what to do. Tell me what to do. You know how many times a day I get asked that? Not even online. I'm talking offline. You know, when you're me and your friends know that I'm me, yeah. It's like, being me is like the equivalent of having a van and everybody who's moving calls you. Right. Anybody who's got a decision to make calls me. My energy reading is the van in that analogy. Right? But yeah, no. You help somebody make a decision. I think you do the right thing here. What's the right thing? Tell them honestly what you feel, what decision they should make, but ultimately you need to make sure that they know the final decision lies with them. Any advice you get is fine, but the final decision always lies with you. Keep that in mind. Don't blindly take people's advice. But I think this person just doesn't know what to do. I think you're the savior here. What's on top? The Nine of Pentacles. Yeah. Why is that here? The Two of Swords. Yeah, somebody's jammed up. They don't know what to do. I think you set them straight. I think you liberate them from a lot of tension. You liberate them from the blindfold. They don't know what to do. Good for you. Good for fucking you. All right? Don't get cocky about it. All right? All right. Here we go. All right. Let's go. Position 9. My Sagittarians. Sometimes separate from the reading. Sometimes part of it. Nine of Wands. Why does this always happen for you? Why does somebody think you're unreachable? I don't know. I know I got some famous people in the Leo soap opera, but I don't know. I didn't know I had some here. I mean, I don't mean, when I say famous, it doesn't mean you have to be in movies or on TV. If you're the best at what you do at your job, or you're the employee of the week at the McDonald's, you're famous. It's the same energy. It's a binary universe. Zeros and ones, yes, no. The gray areas are put there by our brain. Get that through your damn head. It's the same thing. Helping a chipmunk, you don't get any more karma, okay? Helping a person who's about to fall off a cliff and grabbing them, as you do helping a chipmunk that's about to fall off a cliff and grabbing it. You get the same fucking good karma back. Makes no difference. Every energy matters. Three of Cups. Somebody wants to ask you out. I don't know why they feel like you're unreachable. Somebody wants to ask you out. The Sun. Why is that here? The Four of Pentacles. Why does this all feel bad to me? What's the middle card? Justice. Okay. I wrote yours down yesterday. I think you were the one that was feedbacking off the devil here. I feel that. I feel that. I know these are good cards. These are good energies. So take it however you want to take it. Okay? This is a little bit of the energy of Carrie, the movie Carrie. Okay? It's a little bit where they drop the pig blood on her, right? They invite her to the prom, they get her all dressed up, and then they trick her into standing and they drop a bucket on her, kind of a thing. This is a bit of that. This is somebody who feels like you live in an ivory tower, or you're stuck up maybe, or something like that, and they're going to come up and schmooze you and ask you out or whatever, and they're dropping a bucket on you, so to speak. I don't know. Maybe they spend the date in embarrassing you or asking you questions that back you against a corner or whatever. Either way, I would be a little bit skeptical of somebody who approaches. You should pick it up in their attitude a little bit. Be careful about that. All right? Just be cautious of the energy you're putting out. I don't know why, but you do have an attractive energy, but I don't know why, but people are reading it a little off, a little not quite what you intend. All right? I don't think you intend to be distant or aloof or anything like that, or hard to reach or anything. I don't think you intend that. So try to adjust accordingly, all right? And there's a hidden motive here. It's the moon with justice. These two wanted to come out together. I refrained from taking that, but yeah. Okay. Somebody maybe wants to school you with a Queen of Pentacles or a Page of Pentacles as the next card. I don't know. Take it as it resonates. Do what you want to do. Make your own decisions. I'm just reading the energy. I'm just a talking hand on a fucking video. All right. Capricorn, position 10. Knight of Pentacles. Something's been a long time coming. Okay. That's all I'm going to say. Something's been a long time coming. Hidden motives. Fear. Fear. 2 cards of fear, along with somebody else's happiness and justice. Very interesting. Carrie. The movie Carrie. I don't want you to get pig blood dropped on your head. Okay, I don't. All right, here we go. Although she sure fucked him up after that. But anyway, the Knight of Pentacles. Let's see where we go here. Let's see where we're at. Come on. It's a long time coming. What's that mean? Somebody spills the beans. Somebody tells you how they feel. It feels like it's too much water. Like, sometimes you think, well, I say sometimes you think, I thought. Well, I remember we were up in Vermont one time when I was a kid. When my dad got a job up there. And they had this, well, I don't know if they have a lot of them, but they had this river that's there, and there's this big waterfall. And I thought it'd be cool. We were camping. I could wash my hair in that waterfall. I thought that'd be a great idea. Let's just say the waterfall, with water falling from 20 feet, I didn't calculate the physics very well. It was a lot. It was a dumping. Okay, it was a lot. I'm lucky I came out of there without my neck broken. All right, so it was a bad idea. That being said, here, there's a lot of waterfall, and the energy off this reminded me of that little hair washing incident in Vermont. All right, what's on top here? 3 swords. Yeah, it's a bit much. Why is that here? The 7 of Cups, you're confused. You don't know what to do. Somebody's sharing feelings with you, big feelings that they've held on to for a long time. And it is, if you want something for your mind's eye, a little Steve trying to rinse his hair in a fucking torrent of waterfall. If it lands on your head, you'll be lucky you come out of this without a broken neck. You might realize you might have to hurt somebody's feelings, and you don't want to. But, again, it's very confusing how much they've been holding on to. This might be a friend. This might be somebody who's in your life in a practical way. I'm not sure. But it would depend what you got yesterday. If it's a practical card, then that's probably it. I can understand how you might have your mind blown by their feelings for you, by the ace of feelings. Were you the one? Wait, if you had the Ace of Pentacles yesterday, were you that one? Did you have the Ace of Pentacles? Well, that's perfect. Your Ace of Practical goes to an Ace of Cups, right? All right. Yeah. And it blows your mind a little bit. I think it does. This has been a long time coming. Somebody's been holding on to these feelings a while, but I don't think you share them. Okay? And I'm not sure you know what to do. Listen, ancient philosophy. If you don't know what to do, don't do anything at all. Buy yourself some time till you figure it out. Okay? That's perfectly fine. You can do that. All right? Somebody confesses feelings. There's no expectation of immediate response. If somebody asks you to marry them, there's kind of an expectation of an immediate response. But that implies you've been seeing each other for a while, right? You don't just, on the first date, you want to get married, right? Okay. Now, at that point, you run. But, all right. Aquarius, position 11. Sometimes my wild card, sometimes you guys show up here. This is somebody attached to you. Somebody's a little too obsessed with you. Somebody's a little too obsessed with you. I doubt you know about it. I doubt you do. I don't know. I doubt you know about it. Let's see where we go. Two of Pentacles. Again, it's somebody who's held on to your energy for a while. This is likely somebody you see every day. This week is a strange week. We've got that Mercury retrograde. Well, we have Mercury that's already retrograde. Jupiter's gone retrograde. We're coming into some strong energies here. For some reason, Mars energy is playing a big role too this week. We already pulled on. What's on top here? Eight of Pentacles. And the Ten of Wands, yeah, somebody. I don't think you know about this, and I think it's somebody's about to burst here. I think somebody's about to what's the bridge? Yeah, somebody's about to tell you how they feel. King of Cups. I'm right. I'm just checking my read. I don't know. It's for a good number of you. All right. I mean, you don't have to be an Aquarius. So I mean, if it's for more than one person, I have to be a little bit vague. I can't be too exact. But I think what this is Fred over at the market, who sees you every day, right? And he's got big wood for you, and now the wood is it's been hard a little too long, and it's starting to hurt. All right? And now it's time for Fred over at the market to say something. He's tried to avoid it, but he can't avoid it anymore. Maybe somebody else is expressing interest in you. Just something that's kicked up the urgency here, right? I mean, I don't know what it is. Somebody else is interested in you. Fred at the market's pecker's starting to hurt. I don't know. If it's hard too long, it hurts. It starts to get painful. That being said, I have no idea. But whatever it is, somebody attached to you is obsessed with you, and that obsession is growing and growing and growing and growing. Is it dangerous? It has the potential to be. Usually they don't go that way. Okay? 9 times out of 10 they don't go that way. But I don't know. There is a devil there. So, I don't know what to tell you. Make sure the changing room door is closed. I mean, I don't know what to fucking tell you, right? Could be just a peep, or he might come in. I don't know. Either way, I have no idea. But somebody here's about to snap, and they might share some feelings with you. You might react much the same way I got over here. I don't know how you feel about Fred, our metaphorical person, male or female. I know a girl named Fred. It's all right. All right, here we go. Well, it was short for Frederica or something like that, but we all called her Fred. Anyway, Pisces, position 12. Red with 1 and 5. The star. Something. It's 2 Pentacles. It's feedbacking off of that and the 10 of Cups. Something you've wanted to have happen is happening, but I feel like it's happening too soon by your standards. The universe is saying it's not too soon. Just don't run with it too much. Okay? I don't know. Let's see. Why is the star here? And look, I'm not trying to freak anybody out with the devil, but I've got to be honest. There is a devil here. Sometimes when people get a little overly obsessed, they act out of character. They do things. That's how things happen. Right? I mean, I don't know. I think at the very least somebody makes a move here. Right? And that move might make you a little uncomfortable. It might come as a surprise. You might wish it never happened. I don't know. It's a byproduct of you. You're all really attractive. The DF side is very attractive right now. It's going to affect energies in all kinds of weird, kooky ways. So be cool. All right? Keep your eyes, keep your scanners peeled. As Michael Knight used to say to Kit. Keep your scanners peeled. All right? Let's go. There we go. The star, why is it here? This is the point in the soulmate cycle. We're just a little past halfway through this particular soulmate cycle. This is the fourth one I'm studying, although I've studied other ones because the energy's there. But as far as ones I've been alive for, usually just past the second point, usually about 2/3 in, you start to get a lot of friends making moves. People moving from friends to something else, right? To friends with benefits at the very least. But they seem to want to skip the friends with benefits and go straight to relationship. And that usually drives the DFs crazy. It's kind of where the soulmate cycle's headed. They always head that way. But since this soulmate cycle's pretty crazy town, you're probably going to get that on crack with this one. All right? It's probably going to get a little, well, shall we say devilly as we move forward. All right? I'm here to help you with it. I'll give you the heads up if it's there. So calm down. Everybody's going to be fine. No Steve's Love Tarot viewer is going to end up on Dateline or 2020. Not if you listen to me. Anyway, do what you want to do, but people read people wrong all the goddamn time. Hangman. Crossing that star. Yeah. Something's finally happening. Yep, victory, 6 of Wands. Something's finally happening. It's just, it seems too good to be true to you, or it seems too fast. Or what did I tell you yesterday about not getting greedy? You might want to get greedy with this energy. You might want to take it slow here, okay? Why is that here? It's devil. Bridging energy is the Ace of Cups. It ties to this. It ties to this. It's all here. It's everything I said here, everything I said here, everything I said here. Okay? Specifically here. Specifically. Come on, Steve, can't you talk? Specifically here, somebody is dumping their love bucket on you, and I think you need to be careful. You need to not be me in that waterfall in Vermont. You need to have the water come at you a little slower, right? What I needed to do at that waterfall was create something that deflected most of the water away, and then some of it fell on my head, right? You need to do that here. Take it slow. That's all I can say. But yeah, something's coming out of a hangman tree in a big way, and it's major arcana crossing major arcana. This devil here, it can go wrong if you get greedy with it. This energy will make you want to get greedy, all right? Or you might demonize this energy. You might, if you put too much into it too soon, it can go bad. You know how, like a new relationship, for example, where it's all hot and heavy in the beginning, it's all too much, it's all too much. That can go very wrong. You know, that can get very wrong when that happens. It can burn out quickly. You want this to burn nice and slow, a nice slow burn. The temptation might be to speed it up too much. I don't know what it is. It might be a new car, a new place to live, a new person coming in. I don't know. It's something is finally happening. Whatever that means to you, I have no idea. All right? Just take it slow. That's the advice here. Do what you want to do. Make your own decisions. 3 cards and a bottom card. Let's sum it up. Add it up, universe. Add up the whole thing. Let's go. Let's do it. Add it up. 3 cards and a bottom card. What do we get? Okay. 8 swords at the bottom. 3 cards. 8 of cups. Empress, and the 7 of Wands, and there was a 7 of Pentacles underneath there, which I believe you got. That looks familiar, the orange tree. I talked about the tree, yeah. Take it for what it is. Don't try to go too fast. Don't try to pick oranges if there ain't none. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you'd be surprised what people do. We got citrus trees in our yards here. People do the craziest things with those fucking things. Why are you picking the oranges now? They're green and tiny. Oh, we let them ripen on the counter. What? That doesn't even make any sense. They're not going to get any. Anyway. This ain't green thumb tarot, so we'll stay away from that. You might. Well, I'm going to talk to you. I was going to paraphrase this with the incoming energy, but just because your energy is attached to this and I keep getting drawn to it, crossed by this 8 of Swords, you might ask yourself, beginning this week, again, the energy may just be rolling in. So in the near future or this week, you may ask yourself, why now? Why me? You may say those things. I want you to avoid that because you get in your own way by doing that. Okay? Who cares? Why you? Why now? It is now. It is you. Roll with it. You know what I'm saying? Roll with it. Whatever it is, just roll with it. You got the best hits in the tarot, and a lot of people around you know it. And you got somebody here who's very obsessed, so be careful about flashing those things around, by the way. As far as energy coming in towards you, what I just said. Look at you, right? Somebody here is going ape shit over you. I mean, they're losing it. They're absolutely losing it. And as much as they'd love to sort of walk away, they can't. They can't. Somebody feels like, again, they feel like if they miss this, it feels like to me when I read these two energies together that somebody thinks if they miss the opportunity now, they won't get a chance. They got to strike while the iron's hot, is sort of what I'm getting off the Seven of Wands. All right? So they might be a little too enthusiastic, a little bit. Maybe a little bit delusional. It is. We saw it here where your energy is very attractive. And I've been saying it the whole reading, and there it is. There's your proof. The Empress, you're reflecting as it. Somebody just, all of a sudden their passions run high and they come in and do something. And we've seen how it's played out in several aspects here, including here, 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 here. The whole bottom row is like a, good Lord, call security. The whole bottom row is call security. I mean, it is on some level. You're very attractive. Cover those things up. People are losing their shit over them. All right? That's your rating. Again, I'm not a Time Lord. This is a weekly reading, but I believe the energy's set up this week at the very least. All right? This plays out between now through the holiday season, I would imagine. But energy builds, it swirls, crosses itself. It is what it is. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. Good luck.